Hi guys, my name is Bex and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing to you my beginner's guide to contemporary. So guys, I am here for round 3 of my beginner's guide series. You guys have requested more beginner's guide stuff, so I thought I would bring you one more, and this is an important one to me because this is a genre that I am also a beginner to. So I have picked out 5 books that are perfect to get you started in the contemporary genre. Being the 3rd video in the series, I will leave my beginner's guide to fantasy and my beginner's guide to sci-fi down below and up in the cards so you can go check them out. But let's dive in to beginner's guide to contemporary. So I really wanted to start with a cute, fuzzy contemporary that really kind of sold me on the genre, and that is Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. And this is about 3 friends from Melbourne who decide to go to Comic-Con, or SuperCon in this instance. Charlie has been born to stand out. She is a YouTuber and she has released her first movie, so she's going to promote her new movie, and there has been a bad breakup and she has to see this guy again. But then there comes Taylor, who is the polar opposite and just likes to blend in. Taylor fears change, and then she hears about a fan contest from her favorite fandom and she really wants to join in, but she's also very terrified. So it is about friendship, it is diverse, it is beautifully written, and it's such a quick contemporary read. This is one of the first contemporaries I read when getting into the genre, and I definitely think it's a really good one to start out with. Now, keeping on the YA fluffy contemporary theme, I also recommend From Twinkle with Love by Zendaya Menon. This is a book about a aspiring filmmaker, Twinkle, who has stories to tell and universes to see, but unfortunately she blends into the background. But with an upcoming film festival, she has been approached by Sahil Roy to direct a film and she cannot wait. But there's a few problems. One, she's in love with Sahil's brother, she has a secret admirer named N, and she may be falling for Sahil's. So there's a lot of things going on in here. It's a really cute contemporary. I think it had a lot to do with identity, and it had a lot of growth within its characters, which I really enjoyed. So these 2 I definitely recommend if you want to pick up if you're looking for that cute YA contemporary. But the next 3 I'm going to be mentioning are a little bit darker. So the first one I want to recommend is We Are Okay by Nina LaCour, and this follows a girl named Marin who has not spoken to anyone from her old town since she left it behind. No one knows what happened in the last few weeks of her being in her hometown, not even her best friend Mabel. She is now at college in New York and Mabel is coming to visit, and she will not take no for an answer. This story is really emotional and intimate, and it's about grief and friendship, and it is also diverse with Marin being a member of the LGBT community. This is a beautiful story, and it's a real tearjerker because I think grief is different for everybody and everybody has experienced different kinds of grief, and this one really kind of touches on that, and it's incredibly well done. This one had me really emotional. And I think it's a good way to start. It's a very short book, but it packs an emotional punch. Number 4 on my list is Moonrise by Sarah Crossan. And this book's a little bit different because it is told in prose, surrounding a guy named Joe who has not seen his brother in 10 years. His brother is unfortunately on death row, but now his execution date has been set, and this might be the last summer they have together. This story was another tearjerker. I feel like the contemporaries I gravitate towards are the contemporaries that really pack a punch and that really hold a place in my heart, and this one definitely did. This dealt with people who have family members on death row. It had dealt with love, it dealt with loss, life and death and forgiveness, and everything was packed full. I read this book in one sitting. I could not stop thinking about it, and it left like a really important message about forgiveness and about grief, and it was beautifully written. And the last book I want to talk to you about is The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. If you do not know what this one is about, I'm not sure where you've been hiding. This is now a film, which I unfortunately haven't seen because it's not out in Australia yet, but it follows a girl named Star. She was born in a poor neighborhood but now goes to a prestigious private school. That is until Star witnesses the fatal shooting of her friend Khalil by a police officer. I talked about this book a lot last year when I first read it. It packs a punch. It is raw, it is real, it is emotional, and it dives into the Black Lives Matter movement, and it was a really informative read but told in 16-year-old Star's perspective, which was beautifully written. This is emotional and it is really important, so I definitely suggest if I tell you to pick up any of these books, this one is so important. And Angie writes with a way that just really gets you to relate to the story, and it had me thinking the whole time, and talking to my parents about it was like, this actually happens overseas. In America, this is happening. Kids like Khalil are being shot, and it's not good enough. It really isn't. this is a beautiful read, and I definitely recommend you pick it up if you have not read it, and definitely go see the movie because I'll be seeing it when it's out in Australia. And that's it for me today, guys. That is my beginner's guide to contemporary reading, and I hope you enjoyed. I definitely recommend you pick some of these up and go on your contemporary journey with me because I am not a huge contemporary reader, but I am diving into it a little bit more and I'm really, really enjoying it. That's it for me today, guys. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more and have not already, and chat to me down in the comments. Let me know what contemporary book you recommend. I would love to hear. I make videos every Monday and Thursday, and I'll see you in a new one. Bye!